little while ago, I participated in an art swap, and the requests I got for a theme were, well, they wanted animals and something colorful, and I had a sneaking suspicion the person on the other end of the exchange was a Doctor Who fan and a geocacher. So I will talk a bit about the art I made and some other things that I've made with a Doctor Who theme. And as a bonus, I'll reveal the art I received in the art swap, which is some really fun, colorful drawings I'm sure you will enjoy. Hello to all, my name is Brian, also known as Baru, and today we are creating what I'm going to call Rabbit in TARDISville. And a TARDIS is a major presence in Doctor Who. If you're not familiar, it's not really necessary to know anything about it other than it'll help to explain some of the design choices. I wanted to make something kind of special, so I started brainstorming ideas as I often do by doing absolutely nothing. and I just hope that an idea will fall on my head as I go about my day. One of those ideas that came to me was to incorporate some friendly animals, maybe dressed up as famous Doctor Who characters, which would have been lots of fun, I admit. A number of the Doctors over the years are highly identifiable by their clothes that they wear, so that would have been very doable. So even though I liked that idea, I was having a bit of an issue with the setting and the colors. These kind of brightish, colorful colors really doesn't jive well with the overall feel of Doctor Who, the actual TV shows. At least I don't think it fits real well. I also wanted to incorporate a bit of Texas into the painting, since this is going to the other side of the world, and I thought going with the fabled jackalope would be perfect, but didn't really fit with the Doctor Who theme. So that got me thinking about alternate ideas, and I decided to leave the Doctor Who reference as a bit of an Easter egg, like a cameo instead of a starring role. And that, for me, is even better. It's not outright fan art, and it can be enjoyed by people of all sorts, even if they aren't familiar with in this case, Doctor Who. And for those who do see the hidden reference, well, that's extra special for those people, and I like that. You've been watching how things ended up taking form here, but I did start with some preliminary sketches, sketching out a possible jackalope as a main focus. And in case you didn't know, a jackalope is an old Texas legend. It's like a mix of a jackrabbit with some antlers, but I kept it on the cute side by keeping the antlers small and rounded. In the Doctor Who shows, the TARDIS is a way of moving around in time and space, and it comes in the form of a blue police box. I'm not kidding. So I thought that I'd hint at that by mimicking the blue color, the windows, and the light on top on these little mushrooms that the frog is on. I also did a sketch of the 13th Doctor. I was exploring her clothing as an additional tribute somehow, but I ended up deciding against that. And you may have noticed the wings that I put on the rabbit as well. It's just a thing that I had been doing over the summer with a few drawings, and here's an example of one that I put on a sticker. I don't know, I just kind of like the feel of it, so I added it here as well, because I can. I do enjoy working with watercolor, along with using fine liners to kind of solidify the different elements in the painting. Now, some of this is due to the fact that I'm not a particularly skilled watercolorist, and partly that I just really like the line and wash style visually. and it's something that I've gone back to a few times this summer, and I continued it on this particular one as well. I wanted to show you a couple other things I've made over the past few years, maybe more along the line of crafts, but I made a few of these, what I call tiny TARDISes, and I've used these in geocaching as items that travel from person to person all over the world. And this particular one has traveled 43,344 miles so far. These are so fun to track and get occasional photos in various places around the world. Just a lot of fun. I also mixed a TARDIS with a Pokemon named Snorlax, and because they have about the same color. So on this side you see the TARDIS, and on the other side you see Snorlax. Just kind of fun. And lastly, I made a prototype of a geocache in the form of a TARDIS, and this would require the finder to knock on the door of the TARDIS in the sequence of the war drum of the Time Lords, and then the geocache would open. Now, I'm really proud of this design. I know it needs some work and some refining because it required me to learn how to program a computer chip. I didn't know that I could do that, and then wire it to sensors and solenoids, and well, that was just pretty darn cool. Rabbit in TARDISville ended up looking pretty nice, I think. I like the feel, and it fits well with what I was doing overall in 2024. So you're able to see the hints of the TARDISes here in the mushrooms, and we have an observing lizard, and of course rabbit, or jackalope, or, well, this guy. So not that it matters a whole lot, but there are a couple people out there who might say, hey, wait a minute, this isn't what he sent. And those couple people would be correct. I ended up painting this same idea again for a couple reasons. And the main reason was I was sending this to Australia, and the size of the original made the shipping costs way more than I expected. And finally, I understood that the rules of the art swap were that it should fit in an envelope. I was envisioning a large padded envelope, but what was meant was a smaller one that fits through some regulation measurement slot somewhere. I don't know. See, now I get it. So I painted it again, this time on a hot press paper. I punched the colors up a bit and added some colorful butterflies and made some other minor adjustments here and there, not least of which was decreasing the shipping costs. So this art swap was set up so that the art you received would be coming from someone other than the one that you made art for. So I had no idea who would be sending me a package, but I was thrilled to get a lovely envelope from an art friend named Amy, who you can find at Amy_artmix on Instagram. She sent me some beautiful stickers. Look at that gorgeous flower that she made. And I love what she calls these mangowls, who are guardians and harvesters of mangoes in the Western Isles. She wrote a lovely short story about them. So nicely done. I love these mangowls so much, and I encourage you to check out her Instagram page. The art swap was organized through Art Hang Party, which I know I talk about a lot, but it is a fantastic group of art lovers and a terrific way to stay inspired. Links to those things are in the description, of course, but before you do that, could you spare a boop of the like button? Of course you can. I'd really appreciate it. And thank you so much for that and for being here and really just indulging my nerdy Doctor Who-ness. Thanks a lot. And we'll see you next time, all right? Bye-bye.